How's it going, everybody? This is Darrin with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson. And today I've got another riff for you to kind of work with your rhythm and your strumming technique. So in the past we've done a couple other of these, done a couple Doobie Brothers ones and things, and they just seem to really help, and people really seem to dig them. So I thought I'd do it with this one too. So this is just like the beginning kind of main riff from Pinball Wizard by The Who. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look. Alright, so for what we're doing with your fretting hand is pretty simple. So we're going to start off here. We're just going to bar the 7th fret of the, of all of the strings. Well, sort of. So start off here, put your finger there, and put your 2nd finger onto the 8th fret of the G string, and your 3rd finger onto the 9th fret of the D string, and your pinky onto the 9th fret of the G string. Now, how I'm doing this is my first finger is picking up the low E, the A string is muted, I'm getting the D, G, B, and high E strings. Now, another way you can play this is that you could just bar like this and then use your thumb, but I have a difficulty using my thumb to play chords a lot, so I just kind of avoid it whenever possible. So that's just an alternative if you're having trouble getting it so you're getting that string muted. Now, the strum for this it's pretty simple. It's 16th notes on the first 3 beats. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. So on beat 4 it's just 8th notes. Now you don't want it to just be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. You've got to put this kind of these accents on there. So we play a whole measure of this, and then you just remove your pinky for the other chord for the second half, and then this shape actually just starts moving down. We'll get to that in a minute. So with the strumming for this, you put an accent on the downbeat of 1, and then you put the next one on the last 16th note of 1, and then the next one comes down on the 3rd 16th note of beat 2, and then the 2nd 16th note of beat 3, and then both 8th notes on beat 4. So an easy way to think about it is that you have an accent, and then 2 that aren't accented, and then an accent, 2 that aren't, accent, 2 that aren't. So it's like every 2 strums, you start with the accent, and then you don't for 2, and then you do the accent, and then you don't for 2, and just so on and so forth. So it's like. And then both of the 8th notes on beat 4 are both accented. So you want to just first just start off, don't worry about like moving your position. In fact, just for what I'm trying to relay to you with this, you don't even need to move it, but it can be kind of fun to do that just to make it, after you get it down, just to make it a little bit more interesting, and then at the same time you're kind of working with your fretting hand as well. So it's like da 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 da. Then it would just simply move down a whole step. Whole step again. And then just ends on the on F sharp here on the 2nd, barring the 2nd fret. So when you're playing this, you don't want where you're like using your whole arm like that. You want to really kind of isolate this into your wrist, just like we did on that, on that Doobie Brothers one. We kind of want to do the same thing here. You want to have you're loose, but putting in those accents. So you really want to try to keep it just like all in your wrist. So you can see I'm still moving, my elbow here. I'm still using this part of my arm, but the majority of it is just in my wrist. And if you've followed me for any length of time, you've probably heard me talk about this about 1,000,000 times, but that's like a really key thing with playing, is that you don't want this like really stiff. You want everything to just kind of be loose and let your wrist do the majority of the work, because it's just a lot easier to get that swing on there that way. Alright, so there you have it. Not too terribly difficult to play, but again, just a really good, I think it's a good exercise for really developing, your strumming and your technique for your strumming hand. So between this and like that Doobie Brothers one, and I've done a couple of them, I can't remember even what the other riffs are right now off the top of my head, but that Doobie Brothers one's like a really good one, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen that. I'll leave a link for that in the description so you can check it out. So if you like this lesson, be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this or other guitar-related topics. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that we upload throughout the week. And also, I'll leave a link down in the description for a really cool chord chart that you can download for free from guitarcontrol.com. That I checked it out, and it's pretty good. You can print it out, and it just has every different kind of chord voicing that you could ever really need for playing just about any style of music or genre. So download that, print it out. It really kind of a good helpful reference. Well, that is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.